Like that's fucking a livelihood. You're talking about completely eliminating a position in baseball with the three batter minimum, that you completely make the lefty specialist redundant because now he's got to face righties, all because you want to save the 2 minutes that it takes for him to run to the mound and throw 5 warm-up pitches. Like, come
It's
on.
not gonna
But
make
at the same
it's
time, it doesn't make a difference. And at the
right.
same time, we got replay reviews that take an hour because they got to put that fucking headset on. Bro, I'm talking to you over Zoom from my damn living room in an apartment in Miami, and we got no issues here. But they can't have this same setup at a baseball stadium where these
The
teams are making
the
millions of dollars. They can't be technologically, competent, that they
the
can't,
funny thing
see
is,
the TV screens that we
as
see on the TV.
as incompetent as the NFL is, like, and has been and still is right now, even they, like, 2 years ago, said, all right, we've had enough of this, like, instant replay bullshit. We're just gonna have somebody watching the damn game. It's not that hard. Major League Baseball, they're not doing that bad. They can definitely afford to have people watching the games. Just have someone watch the games. If it's clear, it shouldn't take 15 minutes for them to figure it out. There's no reason that a baseball game should be stopped for 15 minutes. All right, there's no reason to stop a baseball game like that for 15 minutes just to go over one play. All right, if the replay
Yep.
official sees it, it's over. There's no need anymore to have the umpire go in and talk with him. Like, if there's like a special case, I can't imagine what it would be, like where it's not clear and concise. But if there's a special case where you do need the umpire, fine. But that should be minimalized at this point, because, and I'm not just saying this. I love a lot of baseball purists who be like, well, the umpire needs to be calling the game. Like, no, well, you want to save baseball. You actually want to save baseball. This is a way to help people watch baseball more and watch the game more consistently, is eliminate all this like free time bullshit, because the games are long enough as it is. So let's try to minimize where we can without directly affecting the game and directly affecting, like you said, the livelihoods of the players, the positions, and the strategy of the game. It's if you have replay, right? If you have a replay official, it's not gonna mess up, what the other team's gonna do. It's just gonna be like, okay, we know you're just gonna get information faster. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. So it has nothing to do with the game, and it should just be done right now. If the NFL can do it, Major League Baseball should 100% do it as well. Like, these things aren't hard.
Yeah, and
I'm just a
I want to make
YouTuber.
a point on
Like,
top of that.
damn.
I want to make a point on top of that too. Like, if you look, you know what the longest sports game is, right? Of the four major leagues, you know what it is? It's the NFL. It's the NFL, right?
Mm.
When you watch a football game, do you sit there? Let me ask you, Omer. Do you sit there on your fucking couch and stare at the game intently and watch every play?
Not unless it's a huge. It would
No.
have to be a. No, I do. If they're no, okay.
If it's the
No,
Ravens, if it's a playoff game, fine. It's a little different.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
but no,
talking if
no.
you tune
Typically,
in
no.
on whatever game is on at 4 o'clock at CBS, are you sitting there and watching? Even if it's like the Seahawks and the Packers or something, you
No,
sitting there and watching every single play? No,
no,
you're
I'm
not.
not. No,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
watching. I love basketball. I love basketball. I got League Pass on my TV here, and I watch as many basketball games as I can. But even I'm not sitting here tuning into random ass like Suns Mavericks games, watching every possession, because
Yeah,
that's not what sports is. Sports is not, I'm gonna sit here and watch it and consistently have my eye on it and watch every single play. I don't know why we have this obsession in baseball that every single moment has to be action packed, because football is a lot of standing around and doing nothing. Basketball and hockey and soccer are a lot of up and down where nothing
right.
happens, right? So
But
why on earth is all of that okay, but the standing around and doing nothing in baseball is terrible, and it's the end of sports as we
you
know
know what
it,
the
and
difference
we got
is,
to change
Johnny.
everything we've ever
You
done?
know what the difference is, Johnny. Whether it's this idea that baseball games are too long. Well, there's two things. One, there's not action happening as consistently as in NFL games or NBA games.
But
Like,
see, I disagree with
and,
that,
and
because you know what happens more often? It's more interesting to see a dude hit a home run, especially with runners on base, than it
right,
is to
I'm
see a
not
dude break a big
disagreeing with you.
run, and it happens more
I'm
often.
not disagreeing with you. I'm telling you the reality like people who watch sports, right? They're
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
and
I'm saying from a league perspective that the way the league should be looking, it's not from a fan perspective. This
well,
is
dude, people
divorced
are
from the
changing the
fans
channel,
because
Johnny.
the
People,
fans
dude, you
have
want the
legitimate
facts?
issues.
You
No,
want
I
the real
know.
take? People are changing the damn
No, but
channel.
I'm
They're
not
not
disagreeing
changing the
with that.
channel in the NBA.
Homer,
They're not changing the channel in the NFL
Homer.
as much. They are
Well,
changing the
see, you
channel
say
when
that, but
baseball
nobody
comes
watched the
up.
Super Bowl. 15 years. Nobody watched the Super Bowl. The lowest ratings in 15 years. So they are changing the channel in all sports
Oh,
because
that's
people are
okay.
realizing
That's
that
Nielsen,
sports
dude.
aren't so
There's so
interesting to
many
watch
ways to
unless the
watch.
team's involved.
There's so many ways to watch the games, like the football games, especially now. Most people,
But that's what
I
I'm
sat here,
saying is
I sat here and watched it on Yahoo, dude. I didn't even stream it on I don't have
no,
cable.
but
I watch it on
I'm
Yahoo.
not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you
So
about
why are
that.
you
I'm
yelling?
saying
I don't
that
know why you're
the
yelling.
league offense, because it's a podcast and you got to yell. It's animated. But what I'm saying is that the league office needs to see that, and they need to understand that changing the things that the hardcore fans love about the game is not how you bring in new fans. It's about pumping up the most exciting moments to have people tune in. Theo Epstein. Let's get Theo Epstein. He wants a new challenge? Fix baseball. It's all broken. It's not even pace of play stuff. We can even go on pace of play stuff.
Right.
We're talking labor stoppage because of financials is what's going to happen next. Because baseball screws young kids, because the strategy has always been, outperform your contracts when you're a kid and we'll take care of you on the back end. But then the owners got smart and they realized, wait, why am I paying a 31-year-old a 12-year contract to play until he's 45? Why am I giving this dude $300 million? Why on earth am I doing it? Because look at how many of those 10-year, $300 million contracts have paid off. Robinson Cano is on the Mets and is suspended for steroids. Albert Pujols it takes an hour to run to first base if he makes contact, the only guy that I can think of that has lived up to his massive ass contract is Max Scherzer. Is the only guy who I can sit here and tell you that he earned that contract before he got there. He earned that contract while he's been there, and he might still be decent when his contract is up. That's the only dude that I could think of to say I'd go back in time and I'd pay him that contract again. The only one. I know
10 out of 10
Machado
times.
just
I
got
agree.
a contract. Yeah.
Right.
I know Machado just got a big contract, and Trout just got a big contract, and Bauer just got a big contract, and you can say what you want about Kershaw's contract, and there are a handful of guys around the league who've been real good, and Lindor is about to get a big contract like that with the Mets. As I trash those big contracts, but and Stanton got a big contract, so we'll see. There are a lot of guys out there whose stories are yet to be written. But at the end of the day, a lot of these guys like Springer wanted that big contract and he didn't get it from the Blue Jays to the Mets, So the question is, like, how do you reform the financials to make it less boom or bust? You have to give the young players more so they'll ask less at the back end, in which case you flatten that kind of bell curve of that. Yeah, wow, excuse me. You flatten that bell curve of salary so that way you have a more normal distribution. So the decent, middling starter level players are getting decent money. Because that's what you need is you need starter level players. You can't have decent dudes like Alex Cobb and Dallas Keuchel playing, on nobody, getting contracts in July. That just can't happen. That's bad for your sport when the average dude can't get a contract.
Agreed. And that is a question. Go ahead.
The last point I want to make on that real quick, the stat that made my blood boil. The stat that Trevor Bauer in his first year with the Dodgers is going to make more on his salary than 4 teams are paying their entire team. How on earth do you allow that to happen? If you're Rob Manfred?
That's
how
actually
on earth?
Yeah, that's actually gross.
4
That's happening.
Teams.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.